Hello, welcome to the Cobalt Cafe. We're playing Phi Apophasis in GURPS 4th edition. I am Luke the GM, and we've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Violet, spy/mentalist.
We've got Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara, and I play Abby Normali. That's all.
We've got Kyle.
Hey, I'm Kyle. I play Sigrid to Bezirka.
Biziaka. We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Emerald, and I play Pyotr, the captured.
Captured. We've got CD.
Hey, I'm CD. I play Snackers. I'm not captured, but I'm very fucked up right now.
Yeah, you're pretty fucked up right now. And we've got Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play Kadeem, who goes by the superhero moniker Grimdark.
Grimdark. Previously on Phi Apophasis.
Boom!
Pretty
Sorry.
much. Essentially, yes. These suckers were enjoying a nice chat about nothing in particular when boosh, someone appears in Violet's apartment, looks around, tries to fuck with you all, gets fucked with pretty quickly. Seems a bit like a Gary, i.e., a General Army mechanized infantry unit of the US fascists. You take it back to base. You make some calls. Seems these things have been around town. Seems they might have taken one Raisin, creator of Abby Normali, who proceeds to flip out. Chase tells you that the Americans are getting pretty excited about something. They seem to have got something and they're taking it to Central Langdama. Abby continues to flip out. Drives over there. A few of you tentatively follow. A few of you eagerly join. Shit gets fucked up. You find and rescue Raisin. Boom! The Americans deploy some kind of anti-metahuman beam that completely strips Pyotr of all beariness. He turns into a dude, a hot dude, but just a dude. Suddenly in baggy clothes and all shit like that. And he gets shot up a bunch and dragged away. Sneckers were trying to rescue him, but Sneckers got shot up a bunch and only vaguely managed to make it below ground on Langdama. And I feel like we should pick up pretty much almost exactly where we left off. The most free people are Violet, who didn't even get that close, I don't think.
No, she didn't get there yet.
Just close enough to see a huge explosion. The next most free people are Sigrid, Kadim, and Raisin, landing on the roof of the Dunning Medical Centre with Raisin, who's just woke up and said, "Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. They, made me do it. I don't know. I couldn't stop it." She, coughs.
You do.
They made me... They made me make another Raisin. But it's Major Victory.
You mean Abby? You're Raisin.
Abby. Yeah, I am Raisin. They, made me make another Abby. How is Abby? Is she good? Abby good?
She is a handful.
That makes sense. She was the only thing there. They made me do it again. With Major Victory. From that Saturday morning cartoon. And she
Same
passes out
weaknesses?
again.
Okay.
Yeah, then she passes out again. I'm sure
Yeah.
Mila comes running out and she's like, "Oh my god." And then she sees what's attached to Raisin's neck and she snaps up at you. She's like, "Big D? Big D?"
Big D. We released a Big D on Dama.
This is the second or third time you've said Big D, and I'm a little concerned about what that could possibly stand for.
You should be concerned, but about so much more than the abbreviation.
She nods. Mila nods. It was a nickname that their skeleton friend gave it. They got on because they're both complete sociopaths or something. It's smart. As smart as a human. Maybe smarter. I don't think it's natural. I think the Americans made it.
The
With-
blob?
It's, yes, the blob.
Mhm. She nods. Blob. It's a blob.
Well, it pissed at Americans and also running free on Langdama.
Can you let them? Well, I'm looking for it right now, guys. Violet chimes in your brains.
Nah, let it be Langdama problem.
A lot of innocent people on Lungdama, too.
Not that many at the minute. Not by your standards. Well, actually, yeah, probably some by your standards. And there's two groups of people. Never mind.
Has anybody seen Piotr? I can't seem to contact him.
You didn't make it out of the building with us.
Snake is on mental link, but very weak right now.
He was captured. God, that's a lot of blood.
By who?
Americans. I think that's what you call them. They had a beam. Turned off his powers. Didn't affect me. But
Did they take him
he's
into the
human
building?
right now. Building's gone. I don't know where they took him. I'm currently underground.
Good. That's why I was asking
Bleeding
about the building. Wait, where? What?
I just escaped to the closest sewer from the beach. I don't exactly have the ability to look at a map to tell you where.
Chase,
Fair.
did you notice anything?
Oh, sorry, that's me. I'm not in position. We couldn't have picked a worse time to do this. So I've not spotted anything, and the Americans are obviously pretty inflamed right now. If I had to guess, they're probably taking him to the military installation at the north. Old base that they set up right at the start of the occupation.
Well, keep an eye out if you can.
I'll be coming across the horizon in about 3 hours, he says. Oh no, he would have put himself somewhere, so he's... Yeah, because you're in Nirvana at a minute. So yeah, 10 minutes out of the horizon. And then I should be able to start picking stuff up.
All right, keep me in the loop. And then I'll pass that along, because I'm pretty sure that he's not on the mental link, so he can't talk to Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We haven't brought it up, so no.
Keep good lookout on Langdama. We need to mount another rescue mission. Thank you, Abby, so much for going in so haphazardly.
Well, I'm not there.
No, I
Mentally
don't
linked,
think
though,
so.
unless you've cut it off.
I also
mean,
don't think I also
turned
don't
into-
think she's actually talking to Abby.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's just an observation.
A general, thank you, Abby.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I
thank
think
you,
I got
Abby,
my
for-
mentally.
Better one hostile cartoon than 100.
What did Abby's escape look like? Oh, yeah, you launched yourself on a frickin'
Yeah,
steel door.
I turned into a fine paste. I hit maximum minus.
Yeah.
And I think you said I hit like uh somewhere in this this vicinity.
After we calculated it, although I might have been wrong, it were only going to be about to the coast of Langdama, so I decided on the beach. Wait,
Okay.
were it there? Were it only there where you went from? Oh yeah, that's where the building were. Not at the center. That first corner, I was zoomed out too far. So yeah, you essentially land on the beach as some university students, opening a keg. Or like, no, because it's probably about midnight right now, so. Keg's tapped, dudes. Whoa, are you okay, lady? She like, dude, that's not a lady, that's like a hamburger patty with eyeballs. Why is it kinda hot though? I still kinda wanna. Are you okay, hamburger patty?
I mean, I'm unconscious till I hit 0 HP, so.
Like, I think we should call her an ambulance, dude. Yeah, so.
I got at least 500 seconds before I'm back up.
The FBI wants me to learn how to surf? No way.
Also, CD your picture.
Your picture CD. Sneckers is a ginger kitty. Sneckers. I want to look at your skills, Sneckers. That's where I'm on my way to do. Roll me area knowledge at a -4. Roll me stealth straight up. Please? Cool. These sewers are nothing like Babylon's sewers. But you've managed to make yourself stay hidden easily. I need to double check something. Roll HT for me, please, while I'm checking it. Success by 6. How much HP did you lose earlier? Like a shit ton?
I'm at -99.
Yeah, you'd be losing more HP constantly due to bleeding, pretty much. Because you're at -1 per 5 HP lost to your bleeding checks. It's not like you're gonna die. It's just gonna be very uncomfortable and you'll probably pass out a bunch of times. Lost in the sewers. Violet, give me a straight up search, I think.
Sure. If I can get my skills up.
It's got a very distinctive signature, and you can detect these things.
Indeed.
Also, Sneckers, you've lost your legs.
Oh no!
I didn't have legs.
You are.
Crisis averted.
Success by 6. Yeah, I need to oppose that, lol. You will be able to track him, but he's going too deep, and you're worried about getting your vehicle low.
He's going deep enough that I can't actually follow. Like,
Yes.
it's too tight.
Correct. That's the one. But he is slowing down also. It's like you know where he is, but you're not going to be able to reach him easily without running into a shit ton of Americans, probably.
She's not too concerned about the American side, if she could actually get him, but if she can't get to him because of space, that's totally respectable.
Yeah,
she'll keep mental contact, or not contact, but mental track of him, and go see if she can recover Snickers.
Okay. He's very heavy. He weighs a shit ton. So recovering is not probably an option.
Yeah. It's more head over there and stand next to him, going, huh.
Rub your chin, like. Sneckers is easier to find, especially stealth. I think I would like a stealth check from you as well, though, please.
Sure. I'm going to luck that.
Noted.
Because that seems like a bad time to abort things.
Yeah, it's not the perfect time to critically fail. Someone looks up, almost spots you, but then an owl lands on his face. Instead, you got lucky. No, you are not spotted. You managed to find the sewer pipe he crawled into. He did a good job of swimming along the where the water's edge on the beach up to the sewer pipe, so his blood trail has been concealed. Then
Well,
yeah,
that's good.
Sneckers, in one of your brief moments of consciousness, you see Violet approaching.
Hi.
Hi.
He'll just pass right back out.
Good night. Yeah, Snickers is in bad shape over here, guys. I'm not sure if I can get him over there.
I don't have any ideas for other options. A tow truck, maybe, but I feel like the island's going to be shut down.
Mm-hmm. What is the immediate plan? Like, are we doing another invasion?
No, not rapidly.
Yeah,
All right, good.
but
I thought you were going to
I
say
mean-
not for Piotr.
no.
Oh no! No, I think right now Sigrid is furious.
Mhm.
Like like yeah, Kadim can absolutely see a fire raging in Sigrid's eyes. Like
He'll
she
do
is.
what he can to divert that energy.
Quick, get one of her toys out. Wave it in front
But
of her
yeah,
face.
no, I think through the mental link you hear Sigrid. She's like, no, we don't do it immediately. We see how well that work out. We need to do it quickly, but God, we could have pulled that off if we had taken 5 fucking minutes.
A emphatic agreement emotion comes through the connection from Violet.
Oh, it's fun transferring emotions as well as thoughts and other feelings. You
She,
starting
she
to
usually keeps it out of there, but I imagine you can do it if you want to.
sensate, lol.
That'd be a fun game.
I planned it a
Thought
while
that a
ago.
few times.
Yeah, I started setting up a game before I first ever ran Nirvana. I would feel a lot more comfortable doing it now. But we digest. That's the one we use.
Has anybody seen Abby?
Uh, I can go look for her.
And has anybody seen the news?
Yeah, so things that I was just about to mention that. It's kicking off, obviously. It's like, please avoid these areas. Something's gone down on Langdama. Massive blast reported moments ago on Langdama. No word yet from US and stuff like that. I mean, it was legit less than an hour ago. There is still a huge, smoke cloud rising from where that building mostly was.
me some observation.
Ooh.
Like, I'll use my butter glider to. I don't actually have the skill. Oh well.
Chase's job to observe.
Yeah, I can observe okay. So, kind of hovering, looking for patterns and things, and looking for what I would expect Abby's effect to be on, you know, the crowds and stuff. And from that, I'm pretty sure that Kadeem notices the ambulance show up and start
Right.
backing up the
Yeah.
pancake.
You're looking for Abby. I wasn't sure what you were looking for at first, but yeah, you
Oh,
could
yeah.
definitely spot that based on
Kadeem,
Kadeem's pictures. Kadeem
Kadeem,
Chase's
can I
pictures.
can I speak to Chase?
Yeah, he's in our radios.
What's up?
Oh, okay. Chase, get me all the information you have on Langdama, especially that regarding anything that might be around where he might be taken, and all the different areas on that. Send me everything, and then I think Sigurd sits down at a computer and starts analyzing.
Cool.
Because I forget that I made her good at something like that. I think that's probably gonna take a while, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
keep
intelligence
doing that
analyst is
kind of
one of those like
stuff. Yeah,
45 to yeah.
yeah. So Sigurd's gonna be doing that.
Doing that a bunch. Not in a rush to
Yeah.
go heal a snake up.
Your roll times 10 in minutes.
So 12, 12 minutes.
120
Oh,
minutes. 2
120
hours.
minutes. 2 hours. Yeah.
That was just a general
Guess.
number that I threw out. Yeah, that's not
I mean,
actually
that
what it
sounds
says
about
anywhere.
right though.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
It does.
I like that. I quite like that. You could apply that to research as well. Pretty straight lined.
anyhow, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to get that in there before.
No, I'm happy
I
with that.
think we're transitioning into the longer term things, anyways.
Yeah.
What's maximum minus HP? Times 5?
Times 10 for you.
Times 10? Okay. So, yeah, by the time the ambulance shows up, I'd be fine.
Ambulance arrives. Maybe also a butter glider.
Staying hidden up in the sky, and once I see that she's all right, or she will be, I'm gonna start reconning that north side of the island, slowly and gingerly.
Uh-huh. They have clearly upped security everywhere as hard as they possibly can. You see lots of Garys marching around on the island. Give me stealth, please. And I'm sure you're doing it from a very long distance.
Yes.
You're not just like flying right in and then having a bunch of Garys shoot at you.
No, but if I notice a gap in security,
You might
I
poke
guess I should
through.
probably roll. Yeah, well, I might. Yeah, if I can. Do you want me to roll observation again,
Yes,
or
please.
can we continue with that critical success?
Nah.
Okay,
Different
worth a
task,
shot.
sorry.
Worth a shot.
You feel comfortable moving a bit further in, but then not so much. The Garys are clearly well equipped with sensors and such. You don't want to chance it.
Yeah, no risks. I just kind of want to get a sense of the patterns and locations and force types, and if I feel like that security is concentrated around any structures in particular.
It absolutely is. You do come across that for sure. That they have reinforced a. It has now been turned into somewhat of an army base. Was formerly a serf headquarters for Langdama, and it's on this main central road that goes across the sort of hill on this island. But yeah, there is a shit ton of activity built up around there right now. It is also worth mentioning that Langdama, I've said it before, but probably in a previous game, not actually this one, is built a little bit differently to the rest of the island, in that they started on the surface over here and then started going down, rather than the other way for the rest of the island. And so it's not fully blocked like the rest of the island. There's only a few places where it goes really deep underground, and that is right there at the top, and then bang in the middle as well. And they connect up about 600 meters underground. There's also a huge sky hole in this central one. Like, you can see down the whole 600 meters to the ground level of the blocks.
Oh.
But it's like, it'd be big enough to pass your butter glider or Violet's hover cycle through. But then once you get down there, all the corridors and other passageways are a bit too narrow for it, except for on the main roadways.
I'm thinking high altitude skydive. Bypass a lot of radar.
Halo jump.
Yeah.
Open your chute once you go past that hole.
Yep.
That'd be some badass shit for sure. Yeah. Goosebumps. Click. Click. Someone say something.
Something.
You dickheads.
Okay. Well, if the ambulance is starting
Did you
to show up,
expect anything less?
No, I didn't. The ambulance will show up and be pretty pissed, you know. You're not injured at all. You're fine.
I was dead a couple minutes ago. I'm better now.
They look at the, like, you know, general area around and then say, "Are you related to that?" and point at the huge smoke cloud in the distance.
On my mother's
I just don't know
side.
what you're talking about.
Waiting for it. Waiting for it.
I don't have acting. I'm just wandering off now.
Okay, just frown, shake their heads. Like, we need a statement. Something, anything. What happened to you? These people said you were dead. Mince.
I was.
You don't have to be distracted. You can keep walking away.
Oh, she's going away, and she was just like, I had a very spirited situation.
It's just like, what does that even mean?
And she grows her leg a little long, and that classic. I'm about to take one big step, and then bing, runs off.
One of them's like, excuse me, and then, you know, waves their hand through the smoke cloud that you left behind. Okay.
I don't have like enhanced move or anything. I'm just booking it to.
Yeah, where you
I
headed?
mean, you're still in sight running down the alleyway.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know. Wherever I think they might, because I lost the mental connection when I died.
I would guess so, yeah.
So somewhere else.
Just anywhere but here. Just running a bunch. Got area knowledge, Nirvana?
I do actually.
Any location you could think of, with success on that, you know how to get there in a decent amount of time. Yeah?
Probably. Let me just roll straight up intelligence because I don't want a metagame.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, I could probably gather more with brain raisin. So I'll head there.
Where, sorry?
Where they bring Raisin after the rescue?
Stunning Tower.
I assume in Stunning Tower?
You know Sigrid lives there. You know it's a medically equipped place.
Well, and the nice doctor lady fixes people up, so. Scamper off that way.
I'll allow it. Sigrid, while you're looking through all the documents and like 3D blueprints of Langdama that Chase is sending across, along with some live footage as he flies overhead, security calls you and says that there's a cartoon character here to see you.
Keep her outside.
They don't want to let you in, Miss Normally. Sorry, she's busy right now.
Okie dokie. And then she's gonna start going in through the vents from the outside.
Well, yeah, the downstairs is a public hospital area. They just won't let you up to the penthouse.
Yeah, but in the vents now.
Someone in the control room's just like, oh god, there's something in the vents. Beep.
They're inside the room.
Beep. Beep. Game over, man. That's game over. Rip in peace, buddy.
I mean, we still haven't
hello?
solved the Snickers
Hello.
situation.
No, we've not. Snickers, are you there?
Oh, he just pieced.
Ah,
He's probably coming back.
I heard him say hello, and then he might have been having some Discord problems. What with his
Possible.
mechanical computer.
He's
So-
got to swap out the punch cards.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys could send a shuttle, I could probably push him into it. When he's conscious.
Oh, send a shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can straight up ask for one of them, can't you?
Yeah. I can't fly it myself, but if Chase could fly it over.
Oh, right, yeah, someone needs to fly it. I will fly a
Well,
shuttle.
I mean, she has pilots also, but she trusts Chase a little bit more.
I am
This is-
touched, Chase will say, if you actually say that out loud. I like to think Chase is having this conversation. Like, you got shuttles? Well, yeah, give me the keys, babe.
I mean, he's flown the shuttle before.
He has. But, it blew up.
That's fair.
It disappeared. And then you lot reappeared where? I can't remember.
That one wasn't his fault though.
No, it weren't.
That one was also Abby's fault.
But yeah, I can't do the Nick Frost quote from Shaun of the Dead.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind doing a delivery, if there's any bits of Big D left that were attached, I might be able to use those to draw them out.
You mean on Raisin?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
We're discussing rescuing you. Chase is going to fly a shuttle over that you can slither into.
I'm trying to determine my weight. It's really hard to find the surface area of a snake to determine how much steel scales would weigh.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So many tons. So many tons.
I'm having to translate it from like an 1800s research paper.
I feel like there's probably an easier way.
Yeah. Also, like, that's exactly the same way I'd find myself doing it. So,
I've been looking this up for like the past 20 minutes ever since we wondered how much I would weigh.
Maybe look
Or
up
when we
like
first brought it
large
up.
statues or something. Like look up at like a 20-foot statue.
Or just a boat. Straight up look up how much a boat weighs.
Anyway,
I was about to just snowball it. Or eyeball it.
spitball it. Nothing.
Blue
It's
ball.
some sort of ball.
some sort of ball. Anyway. What were we on?
So if you're willing to send over that bit, that would be helpful. But if not, either way, let's get a shuttle over and get him out of here.
Right, Chase says. I've not got eyes on it. What's happening to the subject right now?
I assume that was a question for Abby or for Violet.
Generally, everyone shrugs.
Which subject? Are you talking about Snickers or the tentacle?
The tentacle raisin.
Oh.
She had one attached, right?
That's what I was hoping.
Back at Dunning Tower is where she is at the minute. Mila looking after her. Abby, in fact, you pass over a
That's
vent
to find
and look
my
down.
way through the vents.
Yeah, and you see Mila, like, just separating the tentacle from Raisin's neck at that moment.
As soon as she's done, like as soon as it's safe, she's gonna make a loud entrance coming out of that vent. She's restraining herself really hard until there's no longer a scalpel at Raisin's,
Yeah.
spine.
Mm-hmm. Mila screams. I feel like a couple of turrets appear in the ceiling of the room that you're in and point at you. Mila says, Abby, what the fuck? Jesus Christ! Defense is off. If you're talking right now, I don't hear you, Tara.
No, I was thinking of a pun, but nothing came.
It's just because I saw Abby's mouth moving a bit. Sigrid, like, you're probably the next room over.
I just came by to see how people's doing, after things happened.
She'll be alright.
How are you?
But I don't need interruptions like that. Jesus. I'm fine.
How is she?
She'll be alright. She needs to rest. I've dealt with this before. Too many times. She's already
Okie dokie.
putting the tentacle into like a box and sealing it away. Like, tss, a bunch of gas hisses in. She turns the key in it. Yeah, it's like in a locked briefcasey thing. Secure medical storage. I can't believe they've still got this. I can't believe it's still out there. Shakes her head and then just looks at you and says, "Get the fuck out, please. I've not finished."
Okie dokie.
So yeah, Sigrid, you heard the huge crash and then the "Abby, what the fuck?" from Mila.
Sigurd just keeps on working.
Clickety 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 clickety.
Yeah, going through. Along with the intelligence analysis, I just realized Sigurd will also be looking for the ways in and out.
Have you got strategy land?
Not strategy land, but I think that's for more of a
Large scale
bigger,
war stuff.
like large scale. Like
yeah.
This is she's breaching a building.
Yeah, essentially.
There's a reason I took tactics over strategy.
No worries.
Well, at this point, I think I could justify a skill point or two in strategy land.
Absolutely. You could have before if there must have been a reason you didn't take it. Piotr.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna regain consciousness quite forcefully. You are currently on a hospital bed, strapped to a hospital bed. There's all sorts of tubes going into you, coming out. You can feel tight collar around your neck as well. And there's a very bright light over the bed. There is a woman stood next to you. She's quite attractive. Brunette, green eyes, quite tall, and she's wearing long high heels, and she's wearing a sort of prototypical 60s nurse outfit. And she'll bend over you and she'll say, "Finally awake, are we, Mr. Zabersky?"
He'll look around, confused at first, then at himself and the situation as everything slowly sinks in, and says nothing for now, and just closes his eyes and looks out.
We're going to need you to tell us a few things, Mr. Zabersky. Who were your friends today that you attacked our facility with? Still just silence. She smiles kinda evilly, and then we'll say, like, she's had her back to you for a while. She's been playing with something on a tray, making like metal scrapey sounds as she turns different things over in her hands. And she turns back around and she's like, "I really was hoping that you'd choose this route." And she's got some kind of creepy medical bloodletting device in her hand. And she'll proceed to start torturing. I forget how interrogation works exactly. I believe you need to roll will. Let me double check it. Page 202. Interrogation. Quick contest of interrogation versus the prisoner's will for each question. So yeah, she wants to know. She keeps asking as she slowly starts cutting into your chest. Who did you attack with? Who were they? Tell me. Roll will, please, Everoth.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There we go. Yep. I was just saying that sadly my will bonus was also my raised template, so that's with a -6.
He's feeling pretty bad at the moment.
He's feeling horrible.
Oof. Oof.
Well, it was me, you, and Snickers.
If possible, I'm not sure if I am forced to, but he will say nothing.
There, you have got a pretty
Unless-
hefty modifier because your loyalty to the cause is very good.
Oh, that's
But then you get a +6 if you're using torture as well. So it's,
question. Does he still have his scarf?
not that you can see. All
Okay.
you can see in the room is her and the bright light and the table next to you. It's a very, very dingy looking hospital room.
Okay.
So yeah, no
So-
eyes on the scarf.
You can give me up, Evan. You're fine.
But yeah, you will, I think, eventually have to give up at least Sneckers and Abby for this first round of interrogation that lasts all night. And your interrogator takes real pleasure in it. She is loving it. Is it sexual? Oh yeah, big time. Definitely, she's getting off on this. Sigrid.
Ha! Just realized that the bear doesn't know that Sigurd was there.
No, like, literally, it was just us three, as far as he knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
and
right.
Kadeem left
before we even cross the bridge.
As far as he knows, Sigurd got left behind.
I'm trying to recall. You were mentally linked the whole time.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Mm,
Truth.
So yeah, that one's out the window, I'm afraid.
Yep. I mean, if he could be like cagey, like it was just us three for that group. So if he managed to be cagey, but with a role like that, I don't know.
Do you have acting, Piotr?
Do not.
If you want to try and be cagey, I think I'd also want an acting check, which would be IQ -5, I want to say.
Can I give you a brawling instead and bite my tongue?
Oh, like bite your tongue off so you can't talk.
Well, no. Bite it off so that I say nothing. I think if I actually bite my tongue off, I die. Right?
No, but you'd have to fuck it up real bad to not be able to talk.
That'd
And
be another will check
yeah,
to do that.
I'd need a successful will check to.
Okay, you need to fuck it up pretty bad to not be able to talk permanently. You would not have to fuck it up that bad to not be able to talk in the short term, and I know this from personal experience.
So if I fuck that up, I might be able to basically get myself out of this for a bit.
You've still already failed the will check for having
Uh-huh.
to answer a question, I think. So it's mostly like you've not got the will to bite your tongue.
Then
But
yeah.
give me IQ -5, please.
I can manage. I don't think I can make that roll. I literally need a 3.
You could make it, but you probably won't. Nah, yeah, they get it all at you. Like Kadim, who is this Kadim? And they start moving on to that and stuff like that. They're like, of course, Sigrid were there, obviously. Giant snake. But yes, Sigrid, your
1
intelligence.
second,
Mm.
if I could. Would Code of Honor serve since study Nirvana, citizens study Nirvana, or any of my enemies for enemy USA or this life for invaders of Nirvana being the USA, uh, influence this in any way for giving them not giving them the information?
Yeah, they were at a -5 to their roll for you being very loyal, but they were also at a +6 for torturing you.
Okay.
And they succeeded by 5, and you failed by 4. So yeah, you start singing like a bird. That's, is that right? Is that a phrase?
Yep.
Mhm.
And Sigrid, intelligence
Sigrid.
analysis and tactics looks fairly fruitful. There are options. They are probably moving him as deep as possible. You've got, unfortunately, slightly limited information on what the Americans have done below ground on Langdama. But it almost looks, and Chase thinks, that they might be building some kind of prison complex down there. So, deep within the bowels, I mean, you can give you the blueprints for all the old blocks, and Chase's architecture along with your tactics and analysis leads you to believe there's like only 3 places where he's very likely to be being held. And one of
Okay.
them is an old blocks hospital. One of them is an old sort of surf response center, and another is an old school. But Americans have been active in them for quite a while, and
Okay.
It is generally in that location at the north of the island, but accessing it from the north of the island is a lot more difficult. For instance, you could fly right through a hole in the ground here, and then along the blocks highway to there, kind of easier than having to take lifts or walk down from the surface up here.
Okay. And the hole, what kind of... How do you get in the hole?
That's the hole. So that's not a river. That is a 600-meter deep hole down to a large plaza
That's like 10 meters high,
that's like
or 10
600
meters
meters
wide.
high. 20 meters wide.
20 meters wide.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the scale's fucked. It's meant to be a lot more than that.
yeah, I guess in that case, because if you look at it, the lane is about a meter wide,
Yeah,
not even.
Oh,
I
fair.
edited it earlier, but it must have funked up.
We understand that it's wider than it looks.
Yeah, it's because it resets the grid width when you turn the grid off and close roll 20. And yeah, essentially, though the hole is only, 200 meters long, there's still a 20 meter by 20 meter tunnel that goes 2 kilometers right to the blocks where they likely holding him.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's like the main entrance. That's the one that you'd be most comfortable flying a well defensed jet right down. At least for getting out of there,
Didn't we have a cloaking jet? You've got a cloaking jet, don't you, Violet?
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, how about we fly cloaking jet into hole?
We'll have to be paying pretty close attention. If they have the right kind of scanners, they'll be able to see us, but it'll probably work.
Surely it doesn't turn invisible. Like somebody could see it, right?
It's got a chameleon surface on it that you've seen, which isn't perfect. It's like James Bond's car.
I mean, invisible is a strong word, but it does okay.
It does do alright. Although,
I wouldn't want to fly by guards or anything like that.
yeah, you would definitely have to fly by guards, kind of in any location. The advantage to going in that hole is it's slightly less a straight up military base around it than the one at the north of the island is. And there isn't even a hole at the north of the island, it's just elevator shafts and stairs.
Well, could you fly above holes so we can jump in?
Oh yeah, like I'm not saying the hole isn't a bad way in. The hole's a great way in.
Jumping in's the coolest way. That'd be the sneakiest way possible. Because also those blocks seem to be abandoned entirely. The surface at the southern blocks is busy, but they've done almost nothing with the blocks that they took over down there. The bar that Matthias used to enjoy going to has been just empty for 4 years.
That does sound like a plan to me.
Yeah, maybe
I,
even
I
like
have, she does air quotes, parachutes that should be usable to make it so people don't die upon impact.
Oh, air quotes, parachutes. I
Why?
love those things.
Why you put quotes around parachutes? What should we know?
I mean, it's contragrav tech, so it's a backpack, but it doesn't deploy an actual parachute.
Oh, that's awesome.
She nods proud.
Yep.
Great. Well, I think with this we should act now-ish.
Yeah, in your intelligence analysis, you will have also analyzed that he's got a lot of intelligence that you maybe don't want them to analyze.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Analysis.
Uh,
Intelligence.
Well, the shuttle's on its way to pick me and Sneckers up. We can swing by and grab you and do something drastic.
great. Abby,
Yes.
you will be on best behavior.
Well, shucks, of course I'd be on my best behavior.
That
Anything
means
for you, Siggy.
no acting rashly. We are trying to remain quiet and undercover,
Uh-huh.
so inconspicuous
Uh-huh.
and quiet.
Uh-huh. I'll just leave this stuff out and not bring it in. She like pulls out a whoopee cushion, squeezes it, drops it on the floor, pulls out a alarm clock that goes off. She smashes it with her hammer. She pulls
Bring.
out a she pulls out a blowhorn and just empties out the entire air canister.
Hey, Sigrid, are you busy? I could use a favor.
Yes, anything. What you need.
Could you guys, if possible, bring the part of Big D with you? He dove pretty deep, and I'd like to lure him out if we can.
Okay.
Should that be part of this same endeavor? I feel like rescuing our comrade should take priority over a apparently murderous and sociopathic
Blob.
glob.
Will it change your opinion if you knew that it's super important in controlling the gate?
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, both objectives are important, but like,
No, closing that gate should be our top priority. Obviously, I want to rescue Piotr if I can. But
to be fair, it's not important to close the gate. It's important to controlling the gate.
still, yes, we cannot let.
The Americans do that.
I was gonna say Big D fall into the hands of Grendel.
Well, whatever the priorities,
Well,
we will bring it.
sounds good. We should be there in about 10 minutes.
Sounds
Make it
good.
20.
Or this
Knock on.
bike horn. Honk, 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 honk. Or this.
I love that she just keeps going through the whole thing.
How about a quick break?
Oh,
Sounds good.
Alright, we'll be right back in 5 minutes, so.
I'll provide commentary.
We're back. I did not even do a countdown. Yars. So
it sounds like we're gathering up and
yeah, Violet needs or has asked for the piece of Big D. Mila currently has the piece of Big D in her lab. She is not in the mental loop as it is, or on comms with any of you. She's a somewhat official member of the UNICEF District Politburo. So how much you want to share with her, I do not know.
Or this, as she's walking into Mila's office. Ruga. Or this, dingle, 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 dingle.
I think Sigrid steps in first and winds up closing the door
Please keep her out of here, Jesus Christ.
immediately behind.
Look at the mess she made, and she points over, and there's like a little floaty robot cleaning up some huge mess from a shelf.
Yes, believe me, I am not happy with her right now either. Look, I need that piece of Big D.
The fuck are you gonna do with it?
Do you want to know the answer to that question?
Not really. And it's probably better if you've got it, because I can probably guess where it came from as well. So yeah, please take it. Get out of here.
Yes.
No more
We'll be
disturbances
back.
tonight. I need to do brain surgery.
Yes, you save her. We'll be back. But if anyone asks, we've been in our room.
She just nods and then
And
turns
then
back to like MRI scanning machine or whatever it is.
great. And then yeah, I think Sigrid will hell even walk to her room so that way like security camera footage has her going there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this squeaky, 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 squeak.
Rubber duck.
Yep.
Uh, stealth jet will arrive at the balcony, stealthed, to pick you up. And at the
She
same
doesn't even have to
time,
jump to the street.
Jack Mawson will walk in the front door and be like, Sigrid! Sigrid, I know you're here.
So you're like in your bedroom, the shuttle's on the balcony, you can hear him in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
Sigrid will walk out. What you need, Jack?
You were involved with this, weren't you?
I don't know anything you're talking about. Sigrid's currently wearing all of her armor. She's got gear. She probably got extra gear. Like she's got shotguns and
Yeah.
grenade launchers and
Uh-huh.
If she was like attacked or injured or whatever, like her armor's probably scuffed up and visibly like has seen combat.
He
yeah.
just looks you up and down and he says, you're going back out, aren't you?
They got Piotr.
You absolute slag. That absolute cunt, he says. For fuck's sake. He grits his teeth.
Do you want to help?
I'm sending Lucius with you. Don't let him capture him. Although fucking good luck to him if they can.
No, I'm in charge of this mission. She took lead and hook a finger back at Abby on last one.
Or this Aruga.
He looks at you. I've met you before, right?
I think so.
He just rubs his chin. It looks like they're gonna let me have a prison, so watch yourself, black and white girl. And you too, Sigrid. Because, like, terrorism, it doesn't look great. There's agreements in place in relation to all this shit.
Jack, for once I can say I agree with everything you just said.
He shrugs. He says, pick Lucius up. Yeah. And he gives you, like, some surf contacty thing so you can get in touch with Lucius quick.
Alright, yeah. Sigrid will hop on the shuttle and call Lucius.
He'll picked up. No, this is Lucius? Sorry.
You're currently with your wife and 3-year-old daughter? 4-year-old daughter?
That's the case. He will excuse himself as the phone rings and go outside to light a cigarette. Yep, this is Lucius.
It's Sigrid. What's your coordinates?
Secret.
Not
Text
enough time for your
coordinates.
bullshit. Okay. Great. ETA 5 minutes.
All right. I'll
On
see
your-
you.
On your other phone, you get a message from Jack saying, like, it's a code for his clandestine mission required. You've done these before. You've actually visited Langdama several times over the past few years.
All right. He's gonna, as he does this, he's gonna finish the cigarette, put it out, give his daughter a kiss on the head, and say, "I gotta get to work. I'll see you girls later at night." And wave off and close the door and just head over to the coordinates where he's gonna get picked up.
Yep, your daughter, wife, and the fairy who lives with you all say goodbye.
Wait, what?
There's a fairy that lives in your house. It lived in South America with you for 3 years.
I guess he's used to it by now.
Yeah, fairly used to it. It's a whole it's a whole sitcom in and of itself. You
Yeah.
feuding with the fairy.
Who is he to deny his daughter her fairy godmother?
Exactly, you know. But also you keep getting cursed, and it's not funny at this point. You know,
It's
you've had enough.
it's every time he knocks on the door to consider her feelings, but he opens it anyway to reaffirm his authority as a parent.
That's the one. But yeah, it seems like people get picked up as soon as the big D chunk is on the shuttle. Uh, they will fly immediately to the beach location, fully stealthed. Chase will be as sneaky as possible. Chase could be sneakier, if I'm being honest. Uh, and he sort of pulls out, does a few more circles, and then comes back in and attempts it again. And does a much better job. Yeah, Chase definitely got spotted there, and then lured him away.
So Violet's going to set up a private channel for herself and Sigrid and ask a question. Hey,
Ooh.
Sigrid, do you want to report? Do you want me to report the actual attack, like the one on you? I'm thinking it could be useful.
Hmm. Yeah,
And if
that could be
so,
useful.
I could probably have the two of us be interviewing with the Chinese authorities, like in the near future. Like not actually us, but like have a couple of people do it for us.
Lawyers.
That sounds like a good plan. I
Mhm.
even have we even still have the Gary. We'd have to go back down to base and get it from uh
Giovanni.
Tuani.
Well, for now, I'm going to set up the interview and as an alibi, and if they ask for it, we'll turn it over.
Yeah. No,
All
that
right, cool.
I don't think I even need a role for that. You
No,
know,
I figure it's a pretty trivial thing.
get
Like,
in touch with anyone in the Chinese district, in the media or the government, and say that you were attacked by Americans in your home.
at this point, she's looking to fool a beat cop.
Radio.
Like, eventually, they might like send a detective or like really look into it, but like
For
the
now.
initial statement's not a terribly complicated thing to fake.
Cool. Well,
All
the
right, to
shuttle
the hole.
will land with its arse to the hole and open up to accept a very damaged snake.
Hissing noises.
Sad hissing noises,
Try to help him in.
blood on the upholstery. Yeah, you don't think you're helping that much.
No.
Occasionally he moves while you do a big push, and it feels like you did something, and that's really satisfying when it happens. But it's only occasionally over the 4 minutes it takes for him to crawl in there.
All right, so where are we dropping? What's next on the agenda?
rescue Piotr.
I will provide emotional support.
Yeah, I think your plan for the evening is healing.
Grimdark, are you currently doing what? Grimdark is available.
Grimdark. Oh yeah, no, I'm here. Sorry, I've been popping in and out, checking on food.
Mm.
I mean, I'm down and excited for the plan to go in through the hole in the ground. But
Okay.
until
Alright.
then, he's kind of
He's keeping an eye on the area as best he can from his butter glider while everybody else kind of catches up.
Got it. So yeah, to catch up, Grimdark eyeing the area with Butterglider, most likely in conjunction with Chase, who is pointing things out to you as well. Everyone else currently on one of Audrey's shuttles in the vicinity.
Yeah, I imagine coordinating with him to get a nice sort of a hole in their air defenses, I guess, or a hole in their patrols.
Pretty much, yeah.
Kadim can make one too if we need to. He wouldn't be able to join for the assault in that case, however.
With
Uh,
the tactics and intelligence analysis, do I like? I think Sigurd probably already had that timed out.
Nice.
Maybe. Let me see. Let me scroll back up to your tactics check. 9
Success by
by
5.
5. Thank you. There is a key moment. It looks like it can be done. You have to do it right at the lip of the hole, and once in the hole, you will have to sort of get lucky, hopefully. But yeah, you can. There is a time it can be done, and it will be
Cool.
in like another 40 minutes, like 2 hours before dawn.
Well, at least they'll all be tired.
Although that is normally, you might get severely unlucky today. What with it being special circumstances.
Fair enough. Still, I think this is our best chance. We should take it.
Go for it. Let's switch back to Piotr very briefly. More interrogating. My next question for you, oh dear, is um, where the fuck have you been operating out of? What is your base? Roll will, please.
Okay.
Do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I'll try. Will minus anything?
It's just
Or just
straight up.
normal? Okay. Bonus. No.
No, they prize it out of you. But for now, all you tell them is that it's deep underground, hidden in the sewer systems. And then she starts like moving on to, like, oh, how do we find it? But the rest of yous then, sort of in your positions. Grimdark, were you gonna enter the tunnel separately on your butter glider?
No, I'll just like when they start showing up, I'll jump off the butter glider with them.
You can fly it right into that thing in midair. It's hoverable, I'm pretty sure. Oh wow, look at that nerdy AI generated Lucius. Amazing.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I love the
You're
AI.
saying I don't need to parachute, or are you saying I don't need to jump off of the butter glider?
I was gonna say you don't need to jump off the butter glider. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. I meant you
Okay.
could fly it right into their shuttle in midair.
That's what I thought you meant. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about the parachutes. I were considering just flying the shuttle straight in the hole. If you air quote parachute in, then you've got a much better chance of getting in there unseen. Probably just getting on one of their trams or car things, Austin Powers style buggies, and going for it.
I mean, Kadim would lobby for basically if nobody else is planning on diving in ahead of time, Kadim will do that while everybody else is on the way to at least try and get that stealthy edge before everything goes to hell.
You just on a butter glider stands a much better chance than a whole shuttle of not being spotted going into the hole, even with a shuttle's stealth tech.
I don't think what the intention was to take the shuttle down.
No, you're
Like,
parachuting in.
like we're parachuting.
That seems
That's much
to be
cooler.
everyone's plan, yeah.
Do the grav packs give a bonus to free fall?
They're basically very temporary contragrav piloting devices. Like very temporary.
I've got Ultra Tech open. Survival gear, probably. Expedition gear. Environmental, potentially.
Uh, this isn't actual like a by the book thing. This is me looking at the contragrav belt and going, there's probably a stupid cheap like small battery version of this that's usable for parachutes.
Aha, gotcha. Yes, agreed. I also felt certain I'd seen something like it, grav parachutes before.
Mm.
But, it could have been in any number of media that's not GURPS.
I figure they're low powered enough that you can't go up. You can't even really hover. They only last for like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
We're
But
all
they
over the
will.
place in 40k.
They will arrest momentum.
You need to use them when you're near the ground though, because the battery doesn't last long enough to like have the nice leisurely fall.
Exactly. It's like a parachute that cuts itself after 30 seconds.
All right, guys.
Perfect for our application.
Yeah, does anyone
Again,
have
stealth. The plan is
parachuting?
stealth.
No.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Well, you can all hold on to each other. The people without parachuting or free fall can hold on to each other.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I think you
Uh,
get that as Lucius.
In fact, Abby could tie you all together with herself. And
Nice.
Violet,
The Abbey tying us together is awesome.
and she is also a bit slippery though. Like you try and hold on. Only if you
when
want to
needs
be.
to.
Yeah. Well,
Like
yeah.
I don't see myself as like moist. It's literally just that like cartoon thing where they can like kind of goo through things or like that
Yeah.
they shouldn't be able
The
to.
image I get is a giant hand grabbing you and you making a squeaky pop sound and flying out the hand.
Exactly.
Like trying to grab a rubber balloon. Yeah.
Moist is such a terrible description to say of a person.
You don't like moist people. I love a
It
good
it
moist
depends on
person.
the situation.
Yeah, this is a very situational term. Excellent positioning. Kadim, though you do not do a great job falling thanks to piloting, you will make it to the hole safely. And indeed, did you want to go ahead, Kadim? Drop 2 minutes before restroom?
No, if everybody else is dropping, I'll drop with them.
Alright. Group Halo
I was
drop.
just worried about getting discovered as we're going in, but if we're all going in that way, it's fine.
Gotcha. I will need parachuting from, or free fall from at least one other person, I think.
Don't everyone rush at once. I'm the rope, so I can't do it.
Okay. Can I spend an action point for a temporary?
Yeah, I think I transferred the action point usage thing. Maybe I didn't. No. It's either a plus. It's a +2 for anything out of combat, I think, like that.
Okay. What is free fall?
Free fall is DX or HT -5. It wouldn't be the HT, it'd be DX in this occasion. It's HT for when you're avoiding space sickness.
This would just be -3. Oh, I didn't even have to spend an action point.
Nice. The action point makes you do it a lot cooler though. Like the action point makes it so much cooler in every single possible way. The camera focuses on you for sure,
Okay.
and you're in a sick pose as you go through, and then whoop, whoop, whoop. Although they don't make any sound except maybe a click.
Whee!
This is
We managed
stealth
to
mission,
get-
Abby.
We managed to get real close to the ground before activation.
Yeah, and it's like for an instant, you know, you fly past a squad of Garys, all turned, looking the other direction, like as you
Ah.
blink, and then, whoom, and you're essentially in a massive, open, empty cavern, is what it's become. It's like being stood at the bottom of Peachtree Towers in Dread, except
Okay.
the whole thing is bigger, longer, and dead ahead to the north, you can see a long tunnel. There is literally no one down here. There are a couple of, like I said, golf cart style things near the edge of that long tunnel, or you can straight up start hiking.
I think the hiking's probably safer, but the golf carts are quicker. What you guys think?
We haven't been discovered yet, but
Yeah,
let's hike
let's
it.
not take chances until we have to.
Yeah, okay.
Golf cart.
You can stay here if you want and drive the golf carts to get us when the alarms go off.
Yeah, I want to smash some Americans.
Then suck it up and hoof it, toots.
Who's the worst at sneaking?
Good question.
Oh, me.
All right, you're with me then. Stay right next to me. Actually, if you could be a backpack, even like that
Oh,
would
of
be
course,
perfect.
honey. She'll fold into a backpack.
Huh?
Like Dora the Explorer.
With like her head sticking out the top.
I don't have shape shifting, but or anything like that, so I still look like me, just in backpack form.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just a rubbery, contortioned mess. It's kind of gross, really, if you spend too long looking at it.
Lucius, you want to take point? Let us know if anything is in front of us.
Leave it to me. I'll keep comms open. He'll try to make a sneaky check.
Yep. Stealth from Lucius, please, first. As you move ahead. No problem. It is about a kilometer down the track. Holy shit, has Lucius got luck?
No.
When an alarm suddenly goes off.
What?
They critted on their metahuman detecting stuff. So,
Can I use an action point?
We have determined you can't use action points to.
Never mind.
retroactively or apply luck. So yeah, that's just real bad luck. GM rolled a 4. Metahuman detected metahumans. And yeah, an alarm starts going off. Lucius, you don't even give me observation and perception.
Yep.
Yeah, you do not manage to spot anything that you might have set the alarm off. And you've not come across any troops yet. But as you've gone along this corridor, you've seen increasing signs of their activity. Corridor, it's like a road. It's a road.
But there's no cameras, right?
Not that you can see.
He'll step into his own shadow and continue down the hall. See if he can find any place where he can shut down the alarm.
Give me a search.
There.
success by 6. You do come across the metahuman sensor that you tripped, and you manage to cut it so that the alarm stops, but by that point you're noticing the sound of golf cart vehicle things approaching from the north.
Am I in the mind link?
Yes.
He'll say, these sensors are strange. You got gold cards incoming.
Wait, what?
Gold
Okay,
cars.
everyone hide. Let them drive
Mhm.
past. Sorry, out of character. Clarification. Do we all know that an alarm has been triggered, or just Lucius?
Yeah, you all would have heard it. It was happening all down the corridor.
All right then. Hide. I think somebody needs to be a decoy at this point. They
And
know someone's
everybody
here.
kind of slowly looks at Abby without saying anything.
Okay, I need to roll something. Oh, my character closed. That's weird.
Actually, Lucius, give me. Have you got electronics operations security?
Only computer operations.
I don't think you can default that, but you have got like a baller IQ, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
Leroy!
Yeah, I got a lot of IQ.
God damn it, Leroy.
Not sure if you want me to get like one of the points that I use for another skill to be on electronics.
I'm sure he's got a shit ton of points, and this is something that Mawson would want you to learn.
Okay.
IQ -5. It's an IQ average skill, though.
Before she does anything, Violet, you can feel Abby shaking as soon as she's told not to be quiet. You can like feel her physically like.
As soon as she's told what?
Like stay silent, and as the golf carts go by.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, the phrase was, okay, everybody hide. Lucius says in Mindlink, you got golf carts incoming. Violet says, okay, everybody hide, quick. Abby starts vibrating. Kadeem says, at this point, we may need a decoy. Or was it Violet that also said it? Actually, at this point, we may need a decoy.
It was Violet.
And then,
Oh,
at least Kadeem, probably also Sigrid, turned their heads to look at Abby.
Yeah.
Who is vibrating?
Who is vibrating.
as she reaches into her garter and pulls out a brick of about 500 bottle rockets, all duct taped together.
What if...
Abby? No.
I need distraction. But I gotta roll IQ for that.
We don't need a distraction like that. We need someone to draw the guards away from us, not to draw more guards in. We need you to get seeing and then run away.
Oh, okay.
But
She
like
pulls out.
accidentally get seen, not get seen when you blow up a corridor.
Alright, then I'm gonna pull out a bumper car.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's glittery. It's super glittery. Like one of them fancy bass boats.
Oh, I'm imagining because
Is the bumper
again,
car also alive?
It's all no. It's has to have a face and stuff like that, and be doing the like
Mm-hmm.
you know
The
bouncing back
bouncy
and
19.
forth.
Like that Futurama episode.
Exactly.
And it's
That's
like,
amazing.
uh-huh.
Violet says.
Ride me. Push my
And then I get in,
accelerator.
start going down the thing away from these guys.
How about some music?
Of course.
They let you turn the radio. And it's like, this
Oh,
just
God.
in. Hot lady and a sick ride.
Exactly. No, it would be something like a gal with some serious gams on her going down in a very prestigious ride.
And then just start playing some old timey crappy jazz. Gotta hate
Yep.
jazz. Okay, everyone else is hiding. Sigrid and Violet, stealth, please.
Success by 10.
Only a success by 1 from Violet.
I won.
So yeah, the golf carts kind of come to a stop about 50 meters ahead of you. Lucius, you see them pulling up to a stop at the little alcove you're in, but then you also hear like a weird old-timey voice down the hallway.
And
And
they go
then,
after them, right?
yep, the golf carts speed up away from you in the direction of Abby. You hear
Hey,
them saying, Violet and Sigrid, as they go past you, like, there's something in the tunnel, we're in pursuit. Approach from the south to reinforce if necessary. It'll be quicker, over. Go on.
Lucius will say, they took the bait, and they took the bait. They're reinforcing this outside, so be careful. I'll look for an operations room. And he'll look for that. Any place where they're like keeping all the information, they would get to know where Piotr is.
Sigrid's already got a pretty good idea on that.
Okay. Sorry, out of character. What could Lucius assist with at this point? Just activating security?
Carrying on north, but yeah, that'd be useful. Roll perception, please.
Got it.
Sorry, one more. You do manage to come across some other traps as you're heading down the hallway. They don't get reinforced from the north. You don't come across anyone else. It takes you about another 20 minutes to make the hike. Give me an electronics operation again, Lucius.
-5. You done a roll?
No, it's there. Success. Yep. You spoof the sensors as they go past. And then you sort of make it to the sort of more built up, clustered area. You manage to find an alcove right before what is just a busy, open atrium area. A lot like the one back there, but not open to the sky. It's only about 200 meters high. And maybe 60 by 60 meters across, like some outdoor seating, outdoor air quotes, a little park area. Or it was a little park area, and now it's got like army vehicles and soldiers in it. But you've got a decent look over the atrium, and you can see 2 of the locations where Piotr might be held. The Serf headquarters and the school, but not the hospital, which is a bit further on.
Which one was the most likely candidate?
Hospital, probably. He was severely wounded when he got injured. That is currently the most defended place. Get there. Give me an area knowledge, please, Nirvana.
Here you go.
That's by 2.
You can think of options. You don't know how well defended they'd be. I mean, it's not the only choice you've got going through that hole.
With that in mind, can I combine some tactics to like at least think which one's gonna be the easiest for us to get down?
Easiest to reach unspotted. Yeah, you reckon you can figure it out where you could definitely get into the hospital without being seen. It'll just take you like an extra 30 minutes to reach from here. and it will need some sneakiness involved.
Yeah, Sigurd proposes it to Kadim and Violet.
Sounds good.
Abby, meanwhile, you'll be approaching the south atrium in your golf cart, and give me a vision check.
Bumper car.
Bumper car, in your bumper car.
It's not her fault they didn't put bumpers on their carts.
That's true. Yeah, you'd spot the headlights of a golf cart approaching down the hallway before you reach that south atrium. There are
I will.
areas where you can cut off. You can straight up drive down an alleyway and then jump into an abandoned building.
Okay. I'll say, keep driving, sweetie. And as she jumps out,
He's like, thanks, lover. And then he
and
roams
then
away.
pull, just to be ready, pull out my machine gun with the armor-piercing rounds in it and duck into a building. I'm terrible at hiding though, so what?
DX
IQ
or
Dex?
IQ. It's your choice. You can do it smart or you can do it
Well, they're the exact same, so it doesn't
stretchy.
matter.
-5, I'm pretty sure. Double checking. Yes, it's -5. Failure
I
by
failed.
3. They are being distracted by a bumper car, though. They're gonna spot you. They'll be like, it's a weird bumper car. You can hear them talking outside. They've like caught up on both areas, and you're watching, peeping through a window, and then one of them spots you. And then I'm guessing you get into a gunfight with some American soldiers.
Oh yeah, that clip gets unloaded on just
Yeah, you're
like she's dual fisting, just spraying.
Roll me weapon skill, please. Just straight up. Ooh, yeah, you fuck 'em up. You fuck 'em up right bad. Like, one of them gets on radio, but all they manage to say is like, then like you can hear his radio as it drops in his hand, like, report in, what's the situation over? We're reinforcing you. But yeah, you wipe out like 8 guys there, and then just
Okay, and
eject your mags.
and then I'll reload them. But as the other group's coming up, I am grabbing more explosives and getting rid of the go-kart and strategically placing them.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have a few minutes. Strategically placing explosives, moving the go-kart and the bumper car.
Well, the go-kart will go away as soon as I pull the explosives.
Right. So that disappears. But you're just leaving the golf carts and dead bodies out there in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
And then here's the last roll for that. There we go.
Wow. So yeah, it will be a squad of Garys that approach very carefully. Are you being stealthy? You trying to hide again?
Kinda. Might as well. Nope.
You still spot them a few moments before they spot you.
We don't have to do the entire battle, by the way. We can just, she's being distraction while the important stuff happens.
Yeah, pretty much. They will spot you. You will set explosives off. It will develop into a fight against a squad of Garys. Which
like
might...
she's doing the classic. Which might.
No, you've got area knowledge Nirvana, haven't you?
I do.
Yeah, give me a roll of that, please. Yeah, you know your way around Langdama. Better than these American soldiers who've never set foot on Nirvana, who are piloting these Garys do. And you sort of know your way around the back alleys and side streets of Langdama well enough to.
And dynamite keeps coming out. Like
Yeah.
things are. It is a classic Elmer Fudd Bugs Bunny situation over
Uh-huh.
here.
It's like these robot super soldiers chasing you, and then like looking up and a piano falls on their heads.
Exactly. Like that scenario happens.
Nice.
Expected this kind of violence.
Sarge, something very dangerous is down here. We don't know what it is, but we don't like it.
The rating just went PG. Don't you mean R? No, sir.
Do not
We
send
just
any.
lost Jenkins to a safe.
But yeah, the rest of you will reach the hospital and get inside. You're in sort of, you know, the old morgue area of it. There were only a couple of guards down there. I'm sure one of you could take them out. Nay problem. Don't even need a roll.
Is this a military-only hospital, or is it a military/civilian hospital?
Everything on Langdama seems to be military only, based on what you've
Cool.
seen so far.
If there are any guards over there, by the time Lucius find them, he will have taken them down and mostly locked them in the janitor's closet.
Nice. So, yeah, we Lucius ahead. I'm sure he can just shadow choke people out pretty easily. There's probably some coordination going on between Lucius and Sigrid and Kadim.
Leadership and prior knowledge, if that helps make a team effort.
I'd only want leadership from one of you.
Yeah, if you both roll, you both fail.
And then kind of soldier checks from other people. But you're a pretty cohesive group. I don't essentially need that, really. Kadim just
But-
shoots you.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't have savoir-faire or anything. I realize now that's what you're looking for, and not checks for whatever the soldiers are doing.
Oh no, it's not savoir-faire. It's the soldier's skill.
Could I be able to get like a, not sure if it's a search or investigation, to get like the names and rooms of all the people here? Maybe he can find a Piotr there.
I'll take a search. Yeah.
He's rolling over 14 today.
No, you don't come across anything in particular. Sigrid, from what you would reckon, it just there's only a couple of wards in this hospital, really. It's only one floor that he could be on.
Okay, yeah. I will use the success of that leadership to guide us that way.
You get guided. Stealths as well, please.
Since Lucius is doing so well from the front, I think Kadim is
Wow.
circling around, like, nearby corridors as they're going and making sure that they're clear. So, like, somebody can't, or it's less likely that somebody's going to walk in and stumble over an unconscious body or something.
Yeah, I like it. In fact, like, someone pretty much almost spots Violet, although Kadim, you notice this and managed to take him out. But the way that he noticed Violet, it were more like he didn't notice her. He just noticed the thing that she knocked against ever so slightly.
Okay.
Dang.
Hard to explain. Something were off about it. But yeah, so he goes like, huh? Turns to look almost straight at you, Violet, and then Kadim bonks him or something. Or maybe just shoots him in back of head with his gun. We already know he can do that.
Yeah, probably the dart gun.
Dart gun. Pfft. Going for the pacifism run.
I got a dart gun and I have a gas gun,
Gas
like
gun.
a gas vortex gun.
Nice.
So they're all pacifism runs.
Cool. Yeah.
Violet is going to swap her disguise of a person in a biker helmet with a person that happens to be in the American military. She'll go with like a lieutenant rank.
Ooh. That's a good
I mean,
disguise.
she still has the helmet on, but she's masking her appearance.
Gotcha. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That way, if she turns a corner like that again,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it won't be the worst thing in the world if she's spotted.
You
She
re-
is still staying behind Sigrid and
Mhm.
Lucius and the Black Ops stuff because they're better at that than she is.
You reach the floor that he's going to be on. There is pretty much no way to advance further without being spotted by a camera. Uh, although you can have found his room. Well, Lucius might be able to not get spotted by a camera. That's true.
If he goes into a shadow, he might be able to go on the ceiling, right? I bet the camera is like looking down.
Uh-huh. It's an option.
Could he try and deactivate it when he gets to the other side?
I will need a stealth from you once again, please.
Here you go. I can.
Nice. And then the electronics operation.
-5. Could I take a bonus by taking my time and see like the cable that I have to deactivate? I have
Yeah, I'll
plenty
get
of
your
time.
+2.
Okay, -3. Critical! Turn off here. Oh, boop.
So, yeah, just before you cut it, you actually realize that where you're accessing right now in the ceiling panel, you could cut all the cameras, like on this floor
Oh.
or in the building. But obviously, that's more suspicious than one camera going out for a little bit. But also, it's the most useful option, maybe, in the scenario.
Out of character, would you guys like a voting?
Well,
All of them or just this floor?
in character, you'd want to ask, otherwise it'd be metagaming.
Oh, right. Lucius will say, she's still in the shadows looking at this. So, good news. I found out that I can take out this camera, all the cameras on this floor, or all the ones in this building. Although, when they find out, they're gonna find out. So,
I feel like the chances of us getting out of here without being spotted are already going to be slim, so we may as well give ourselves the momentary advantage. Sigrid, Violet.
I agree completely.
Does that mean we're done with the stealth approach then?
No, they're just going to know all of their cameras went online. They're not really going to know any specifics.
Also, there are Garys on this floor.
Mm,
The Garys
Uh,
are very distracted, though.
the Garys in the tunnel are very distracted. There are 2 Garys on this floor that Lucius has identified, and they've not spotted him yet. And they're both stood outside one particular hospital room.
Well, that's probably the room we want to go in. So
Probably.
all
I
right,
say we
just the
cut
one
the
then.
cameras and
I can take out one of those cameras or one of those Garys.
I can.
Can
take
either
out
of you
the
do
other-
anything about the other one?
I can take out the other one.
I was going to try to send them on a wild goose chase, but
Oh,
if you guys can
yeah.
take them out, if you can take them out quickly, then that's better because that's more permanent. I was thinking though, like when the cameras go out, like come down the hall and like tell them there's a disturbance this way or something like that.
Honestly, that probably has a higher chance of keeping us under the radar.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So how do I look? Just double checking so I actually look the part. She does, but it's worth
Kadeem will
trying.
like straighten a collar or something completely unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm. You rotate one of the lapel pins 45 degrees to the right and then 44 degrees to the left.
All right. Let me know when you cut it off.
3, 2, 1. Lights off.
The lights stay on, but not
Sorry,
for the people in the
lights
camera
off
room.
for the camera.
Yeah, the cameras all suddenly shut down. People in the control room are like, "What WTF, mate?"
All right, Violet. You guys should hide. If this works, they're gonna come running this direction.
Yeah, right.
From Sigrid as well, please.
Yep, working on it.
Cool.
Violet will emerge from the stairwell and like make sure the door slams behind her, and then sort of come running down the hall, like away from the stairwell, like she's running away from something.
Both Garys step forward and out into the hallway, kind of facing you.
They're coming. The stairwell. And she sort of, kind of like she's covering her head as if she's been fired at or something. And let me
Acting,
throw you an acting roll or something.
please, yes.
Nice.
They don't even look at each other, but they immediately start sprinting towards you. Maybe for a second you feel like they're about to just lamp you, but they go straight past you, bash that door open, and sprint. One of them going down, one of them going up in the stairwell, straight past Sigrid and Kadeem.
And Violet will continue past the door they were guarding in case they're listening or something. So at the very least, it sounds like she's running beyond it.
Rightio. Yeah, you've got like
Right.
another 5 meters of corridor you can head to.
You guys are on.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Lucius comes out of the shadows and joins the team.
Yeah, go through the door.
Yeah, kick it down.
Corridor empty at minute. Head to the door. It's not locked. You open it. Small, dingy hospital room, but with a big lamp set up over a bed in the middle. It's Piotr, maybe. It's a very attractive human male. Actually. Yeah, no, it's not Piotr. It's a very
Wrong
attractive
room.
human man. There's a nurse currently sort of bending over him. She's got a very scary looking metal implement and she's carving him up real nice. She turns and looks
Ooh.
at both of you and screams. Ah! She takes a step back, drops what she's holding. Vision, both of you, please. Body language, if you've got it.
Oh, well, let's body
Uh,
sense.
Does this vision get helped through my special goggles at all?
It would.
I think there's 3 of them there.
Yeah, I forgot about Lucius being there. Yeah, you all, well, except for Kadeem, spot it. She is stepping for some kind of panic button on the wall.
I
Slugger.
react and possess her? Or attempt to?
You could indeed attempt to possess her.
Oh. Before or after the shotgun sounds? That's important.
Yeah, after the shotgun. She will attempt to dodge and drop, which she fails terribly. Armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding Sabo, depleted uranium. She dead. She's super dead. Tiny
Well-
neat hole in the front, probably a tiny neat hole in the back as well, and then a tiny neat hole in the wall behind her.
Would
Surrounded
have
by
been
a
nice
lot
to
of blood.
interrogate her as to where Piotr is.
And the next wall, on the next wall.
She was going to give away our position.
So shoot her hand off or tackle her.
Lucius looks at
Just-
you very curiously, saying, "What kind of ammunition are you using?"
just a reminder, Snickers did say he turned into a human guy.
Snickers did say that he turned into a human guy.
He did, in fact. Yeah, I think Sigurd's like, that's Piotr.
You sure? Or are you just guessing?
Sigurd looks over at you and is like, I'm sure. And then,
Lucius, you spot on a table like a bunch of files, and
Do
they
you want to
do.
research?
I don't need a research. You just like walk over and flip it open and see it's related to Piotr.
Colin,
I'll take everything.
roll a detect lies or something if you succeed by at all.
Sigrid has no idea if this is Piotr.
No,
Have detect
Sigurd's
lies, so we're just gonna make this like
lying.
yes.
Okay, yeah, Sigurd's absolutely lying.
About this being Piotr.
Knowing-
Being sure
Sure.
that this is Lauder.
Yeah, knowing that this is Piotr. So she's yeah. No, Kadim will call you out on it. Like you're full of shit. It's probably Piotr, yes, but we don't know, and we have to find out.
He is wearing a big collar that is like cabled into medical devices.
Well, I
When-
still feel like, Piotr or not, we should save this one.
I'm not saying we don't save him. I'm saying if this isn't Piotr, then you just shot our best chance of being able to tell us where to find him.
You know what? We don't need to have this goddamn argument right now. What's done is
I'm-
done.
Just trying to point out the opportunities in the moment.
Not helping.
Kadim will
Uh,
stand there in stubborn superiority.
There's a knock on the door. Everything all right in there, ma'am?
Kadim just arches both his eyebrows and stares at Sigrid.
Sigrid just makes the after you motion.
Kadim will kick the door
You
into
hit.
whoever's on the other side.
Yeah, you hit a soldier who were leaning his head against it. He gets knocked back. Another soldier points guns at you. I'm sure you just straight up murder these guys pretty quickly.
Knock them out.
Well, yeah,
I
unless Sigrid gets to him first.
Yeah.
No, Sigrid
Well-
stands there and just lets him deal with it while she is unstrapping.
It's like kick the
Hopefully
door, punch
Piotr.
one in the face with the gloves while that one's stunned, and then a sweep to the leg and a kick across the face to the other one.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Very good.
Well, doing that, if I could look, Lucius will be picking up every information that they have gathered from him and just basically steal it and make sure that it's Piotr.
Yep.
Oh yeah, while we're having the family squabble, he confirms that it's Piotr and and frees him.
And steals every how you call those bladders or when write it out? Confessions? I don't know how to call them. Sorry.
Oh, like all the tapes and yeah, the
Yes,
testimonies.
he's taking everything. And with the nurse dead, I'm not sure if they have anything left after Lucius takes it.
They've probably already backed some stuff up. Lucius didn't know how long Piotr's been here, or like
Correct.
what they were keeping, but you can definitely take all this hard copies here, everything she had on her. There's,
Definitely.
it's like, you know, it's not even tapes, it's fancy.
Files.
There's like laptops and stuff in here.
I have computer operation if you want me to like download everything.
They're all heavily secured at the minute, but you're strong enough in the Shadow Realm that
Just
you
like
could,
physically carry them.
yeah, you can take.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
You could just loot them all into your shadow bag. And then, yeah, as you take off the collar at the end, Sigrid, immediately you notice like a 5 o'clock shadow appear on this guy's chin. and his skin starts turning like an ashy grey colour.
The Piotr.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said, how did you know it was? With such certainty to kill our best chance.
He doesn't weigh that much at the minute. He only weighs a couple of £100 right now.
Yeah, it's actually probably best that we start carrying him now before he becomes unmanageable.
Well, if you guys are good in there, I'm heading back. Let's get out of here before they double back.
Sigrid
Agreed.
definitely goes ahead and like is gonna bleed into him.
Uh-huh. So, Piotr, you wake up. You probably passed out from pain at the minute. Or you were awake this whole time, actually. Also, probably, and you could have been screaming, "I am Piotr!" Like, you were just very weakly. Like, they couldn't hear you while they were arguing.
Oh,
But
I
Piotr were
guess he
there
was
going,
way too.
"I am Piotr! I am Piotr!"
Well, more like I guess he was way too weak and just kind of like coming in and out of consciousness until he got like
Oh,
splattered out with the blood, and then it's like a flashbang, sort of
yeah. It's like
light and everything.
it's like when you've had 10 drinks and then do a couple of bongs and you're whitey and everything's in slow motion. And rooms spinning. But then, yeah, suddenly everything fades back in. You see Sigrid stood over you. You're still a human, unfortunately.
He looks at his hands, he looks at Sigrid, sort of understands the situation and tries to do his best to follow along. I guess he's on follow for the rest of the mission.
Yeah, give me a
Awesome.
soldier check from him, though, please.
Sure.
See how many corners he gets stuck in. See how often you have to double back to help him get on an elevator.
Oh no, you got stuck in the fucking terrain.
He fell through the map. He's here according to the map. The mini-map.
Why would you run across all that gunfire?
Why is he faster than my walking speed but slower than my running speed?
All these things. Lovely. Everyone else roll your professional skill, escort, prisoner, or... I don't even really need it. You made it here. There's big
I don't think
distractions
that's how
going
you
on.
use the escort skill.
That's a good skill. Ooh,
Lol.
Violet. I think it's been long
Wow.
Nope.
enough for you to use another look, though, right?
Yeah, but screw that.
Screw that. Okay. Cool.
Doryu, I really do.
Yeah, perfect. Let's say it's right as you get back to the main atrium, the main north atrium. You're like sneaking back into that first location where you had a good look over it, and then Violet, you lean against a door and it just swings wide open. A bunch of people turn and point guns at you, including like 4 Garys.
Awesome.
Face or chase?
Sorry, what?
Face them or have them chase you.
Well,
Forward Garys?
4 Garys. A good 20 or so soldiers with normal guns that can't really hurt you.
I am concerned about those odds, honestly.
And they've
And
seen
Piotr's not
everybody, or
helping.
just have they seen everybody, or just Violet?
Just Violet. They only spot Violet at first.
She'll smile and step in the room.
Mental link,
Still
like, keep moving the rest of you.
Exactly. She
One
tries to
question,
act
though.
friendly.
She's still disguised, right?
They'll turn and yeah, a few people will look at you inquisitively. Guns get lowered hesitantly by most of the people.
This is gonna sound crazy, but has anybody seen a bumper car?
Reports are it was down the tunnel, ma'am, South Atrium. It It's been lost. There is a squad of Garys engaged with something right now. We don't know what it is. Who are you, ma'am?
Thank you, Corporal. She'll step outside of the door, and she doesn't start
We're-
running until she's out of sight, but she will do the run
I-
thing.
I think at this point we're all like way past her.
Like in the corridor, also running.
Yeah, exactly. Like
And
she was buying time. She wasn't.
I think just for cinematic's sake, I mean, they rolled a 4 there at the end. I think I GM'd that by accident once again.
Nice.
So yeah, they'll like buy it for a second and then be like, wait, what the fuck? That is bullshit.
And then it becomes a flight.
Yeah, chasing you down the corridor a few hundred meters back as you're approaching the sounds of scattered explosions and gunfire.
And pianos and
And yeah, drunk as a piano.
Yeah. Is that
the
a whole
cannon goes off
orchestra?
once or twice.
Yeah, you hear a mariachi band playing briefly, followed by like a loud explosion and a scream.
Not good. You're supposed to be gone by now.
Chase says, "Am I flying this shuttle through the hole?"
May as well.
I don't think they'll be able to destroy it. I mean, I've got a pretty good handle on these specs. They might be able to make a hole in it, but not more than a couple, I don't think, based on what I'm seeing up there.
I care more about it being identified than damaged.
Oh yeah, they aren't gonna see shit. Most they'll see is a blur and my fart clouds. You're all knackered. You're all fucked by the time you reach end of this 2 kilometer straight sprint slash 1 hour chase by Gary's hiding through the back streets of Langdama, blowing up that pub that Matthias loved so much.
Aww.
When, yeah, once again, for cinematic's sake, the shuttle skids down, comes in hard, cracks a bunch of tiles, like, you know, the chameleon surface flickers on its belly, turns dark on the roof as it rubs against the floor. And you all hustle in.
Yeah, nice flying.
Obviously, he says, and boosts you out of there way too fast. And probably clips the railing on the way out on purpose, so a bunch of concrete rains down into the atrium.
Oh, at the very end, I have my grand finale of mixed media explosives.
Mixed media?
Some kind of extra explosive shit she's managed to pull out her pocket.
Dynamite, black powder, fireworks, just dropping it down the hole.
Mixed media, everything. You just
A
like
little plastic in there. Just a little.
that's what holds it together. That's the chewing gum at the center. Oh my god.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Another big one. You guys are fucked. Straight.
After the shocked
I think
stunning.
Abby's a domestic terrorist.
What the
No.
hell, Abby?
Homegrown.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
God.
was completely unnecessary.
It was actually probably not dropped, now that I'm thinking about it. It was probably on a fuse
Yeah.
down
That-
there, but yeah.
They probably wouldn't let you drop that mixed media grenade out the back. They'd be like, hold the phone a moment. Whereas
So
if you...
it's underground in those tunnel areas
Mhm.
somewhere.
Yeah, so it's like pretty much as you come out of the hole and Chase clips the edge, you're like, what the fuck, Chase? And he says, that wasn't me, the ground moved. What the fuck? Then you look down and see like a big crack appear on the
Big
road.
smoke bellows out. Oh
Yeah,
no, yo.
and then there's like
Uh,
there's a section where the road goes under a hill, and you see that whole tunnel collapses, and like this section of Langdama gets a few feet shorter.
Is there that classic scene where a couple soldiers around a corner and they catch a glimpse of it as the fuse gets to the end?
Oh
Of
yeah,
course.
absolutely. Full squad of Garys like approaching, talking to each other. We're moving in, and they've got a guy, a couple of regular soldiers with him, who bust the door open and see it, and then
Luke, by the way, it goes and then a spring pops out with a bang sign on it for like a couple seconds, then it goes off.
Yeah, so these guys like see it, shit the pants, they're sweating. Spring sign comes out, and they look at each other and go like, huh, awesome, very awesome. Oh, I've got so much coffee left.
So,
Even more
Piotr,
awesome.
Mari doesn't seem so bad now, does she?
she does still seem bad.
Yeah.
The list is growing, though. Piotr, how are you feeling? That is you, right?
He's
Much
already
better.
looking a lot better. He's clearly a bear now. He's doubled in size. You feel like shit, Piotr, though.
I don't know. He was looking pretty good before.
Mm. Yeah, relatively, if you're not a furry, he looks way worse now.
He'll look down and say, well, better than before, but still very bad. Thank you. I was not expecting you all.
Don't thank me. I'm about to ask awkward questions. How much do they know? Because that's the second bomb today, and it's important we know who needs to go into hiding.
Uh, he'll let you know everything that they pulled out of him and he wasn't able to hold.
The gist of
Maybe
it
an IQ
is
check.
an
Wouldn't it be an
IQ
IQ check?
to yeah, actually, because you probably don't know how much you ended up giving him, or what will
What about
protect him.
Lucius with the files?
Oh yeah, Lucius pulled out a shit ton. So yeah, he could say, "Well, I found this," and that is everything they found out of Piotr right there for you. Uh, that'd need a research or intelligence analysis to go over. The main things
I'll get it.
Piotr would be able to tell you is that um, he he told him mostly about himself and that he were working with Abby
Kadeem.
and Sneckers and Kadeem. Yeah, he let on about Kadeem and Sigrid being involved. Lucius, you come across the part about Sigrid's base, which you didn't know about yet. They didn't get its accurate location. They just know that it's underground somewhere,
We'll find it
accessible
eventually.
mainly from the main island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll hand over all this and Theodore not explain the rest.
What was that, Colin?
Oh, they're gonna find that base eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if they're just sending, I don't know, fucking weaponized robotic rats into the sewers. Eventually, they're gonna stumble across it. They will map every square inch of the underground. Sigrid, I'm sorry, I don't think you can go back to your base. I think we need to get everything that's salvageable out of there.
Fuck.
It can be moved, but it's a ball lake.
Oh, right.
We
Let
can
me
talk
make
to
a
the.
phone call before we do this.
What were you about to say, Tara?
Oh, I think Sigurd has the same idea I did.
Okay.
So
Sneckers will
Honestly,
eventually get medical treatment somehow, I suppose. Go on.
I was just thinking it's probably not the first time she's moved it again.
It's not. No, it's not the first time it's had to be moved. But if they search it underground, it's still going to be an
put it
issue.
back on the surface.
Essentially, your best bet would be to move it to a different district from Unisur, because they're essentially going to start searching as hard as they can all across Unisur, and probably ignore the other parts. But if you're
Oh,
sneaky, you
wait,
can do it
wait.
deep and move it like right underneath China.
Or there's these like mountains up here. We could move it close enough to the surface of one of those mountains and then have
Ooh.
an exterior exit.
Yeah, yeah, that'd probably work best for you. Hidden in
Didn't
plain sight.
didn't Lily have like a little mountain base carved
Lily
out up
In
there?
Langdama.
absolutely did, but yeah, Lily's base were on Langdama.
I mean, some Americans probably moved in at this point.
Mm-hmm. There
That has
was
no idea what they're connected to.
there was Chozon's mansion up south of the research center, um, but that's in USSR territory now, and I think they already pretty much stripped it, got it out of the way. But yes, I think probably the south face of the mountain is your best bet.
Move it to Fairy Island.
That is your next best bet, yeah, but that's gonna cause other sorts of problems.
If you move it to Fairy Island, I'm not going to visit.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
rough commute.
Rough commute.
Yeah, the commute. That's the reason.
Not because of the fairies.
Nah, yeah. No, I think up this mountain.
That's gonna be a real tough job. It's gonna take a while. Kate's gonna want remuneration, but you can provide. Yeah, she'll make you pay. She's gonna want a couple million, probably. Greedy. Now, what would Kate want? Maybe she won't want a couple million, but she'll want something
She
in
probably
return.
just wants some dank weed.
Yeah, that'd cover it, really. Next session, quest for the magic weed.
Like the best stuff in the world.
I think she wants some dank weed and um a favor from Sigurd in her back pocket,
Yeah.
like Godfather style. Like one day I will ask you a favor,
And you cannot refuse.
and you cannot refuse it.
I mean, favors are worth more than things.
They absolutely are. And a favor from Sigrid is not a bad thing to have. So yeah, she'll do it. She's not happy about it.
Also,
She expects
a
full meals while she's doing it.
Oh yeah, no, Sigurd will take care of her so hard.
You treat me good, baby girl.
Okay, that's not what Sigurd was doing. She's got a wifey for that already.
No, yeah, she's just being. I don't know. She's just being. I'm just
obstinate.
being, girl. You're too young for me. I built this whole island. Practically. Can't take credit for the above ground stuff or the glass work. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
thank you.
Medical attention for Sneckers.
Bring him to a very concerned
Veterinary
vet.
care.
That's the one. Hospitals will try and help him. A regular hospital will try and help him. Mila will try and help him once she's finished with Raisin's brain surgery, removing the
Where
last
does
of Big
Pewter
D's
go?
tentacles. Oh, we forgot all about Big D.
Oh,
I
we did
have
forget
not.
all about BD.
I mean, once it was a firefight on the way out, there was no extra searching around stealthily.
That's fair, yeah.
Violet's intention is to head back probably after she slept because it's been a long day.
He is
and
also
and continue to look.
closer to the south of the island than the north. Based on what you could tell, he actually might be trying to head for Fairy Island. You do remember him going to a place on Fairy Island before?
Yeah, I do. Grumble, grumble. Fortunately, I know where that place is.
Oh. Hopefully the Americans
The
don't.
Fae are bullcrap.
Agreed. Violet will do her best to intercept him before he gets there over the course of the next few days, but that's a longer term thing, I guess.
Yeah. In the short term, I'm going to say you all pass out knackered. Unless you've got something that saves you from needing to sleep. Most of you are going to need to sleep pretty hard right now.
I mean, Kadim could take some amphetamines if he wanted to, but I think he's looking forward to some downtime.
This is the time to crash.
Yeah.
Those of you that have people actively looking for you now, don't sleep where you normally do.
I just bought my damn penthouse, too.
Actually, that's a good point. Are they looking for you or the other you?
They're looking for me. He said Kadim. I should have never taken my mask off around you people.
This is
Violet
true.
nods in agreement.
Because she's so ugly.
Kadim's quite good looking, but that's beside the point.
I mean, we appreciate it.
I think Sigrid and family will be living in the base. She was given up, right?
Hannah, sure, what?
She was given up, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know we're currently actively hunted, but if it's just sending a Gary after us, like Neela's penthouse is probably just as safe as.
Anywhere.
It is. So do you spend the night at Mila's penthouse?
Yeah, we actually probably moved back into the penthouse for a while. Like
Well,
Mila.
hold your horses, because the next
No.
morning, you will wake up to like Lily hovering above your face, poking you in the forehead.
Yep.
Yes.
Like, you gotta go, bitch. You can't stay here. Sorry. Like, can't have a terrorist living with my moms. I'm sorry. Let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll take you anywhere there's an owl. You can't leave out the front door. You can't go out on the balcony. Don't open the curtains.
All right.
And yeah, as you sort of fade back into being awake, you can hear the hover of air vehicles outside. Kadim, likewise, you're getting woken up about this moment. It's like, sorry to wake you, boss. I know, but you've had 6 hours now. That's probably good. You might want to check these news reports.
What do they say?
The main storyline at the minute is the American one. The American
Yeah.
side has been pushed the hardest, the fastest, which is that an acting member of UNICEF's reformed surf has been involved in a devastating pair of terrorist attacks yesterday evening and night on US enclave soil. No no official statement yet from UNICEF. The official statement from the US is that Pyotr Zabersky made an attack with Abby Normali, who they've got very blurry pictures of.
The pictures are good. She was just blurry at the time.
Yeah, pretty much. that's really good actually. She's probably looking right at the camera that took the pictures, but she's blurred herself for a lols. And they're asserting that Sigrid was involved and is the ringleader of the attacks.
Oh, of course.
No real mention of Kadim in the storyline, but they are also accusing a giant snake that recently claimed asylum in the Unisur district and another individual from the Unisur district.
Okay, I'm gonna get Chase working on a damage control campaign.
Spin.
Specifically, we have the multiple stealth Gary attacks. So any information we have from those that we can tie together, and then we can charge, and by we I mean whatever outlet he can leak this to and talk into doing it. Pyotr was actually kidnapped before the attack from one of these attacks, and was brought back. I guess we'll have to start saying vigilantes again. But vigilantes went to rescue him, and he was being tortured.
Okay, yeah. Essentially telling the truth, and rightio, Chase will start working on that.
Telling the truth about everything but the timeline, because he wasn't kidnapped from, that initial Gary attack on the peaceful districts. He was attacked.
Claim that explosion occurred in the initial attempt to rescue Pyotr.
It's 90% accurate.
Yeah.
90% accurate, yeah. I mean, they did kind of instigate the whole thing when they kidnapped Raisin and tried to kill/kidnap a bunch of other people.
Yeah, and like a dozen other people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's got to be more fallout from those attacks that,
Wasn't Cheese Girls or Cheese Woman's in broad daylight?
Cheese Woman's was in broad daylight. That is also in the news. And
he said the Americans were pushing their narrative hardest, but there are other narratives.
There are other narratives, but there is no hard evidence that those assassin attempts were from the USA.
Whatever. We don't we have a fucking Gary Mark II or whatever that was?
Yes, although I tentatively promised it to the Chinese.
Yeah,
well, yes, but it is currently in Tuani's possession, and she has been working on that.
We can at least let the reporters see it.
Well, I'm sure by this point Tuani can do better than let the reporters see it.
I mean, there's already lots of pictures. She documents everything as she takes it apart. She's a full-on nerd, she labels every screw. That sort of level of nerdishness.
So.
And the Chinese want it because they want to confirm the attacks. They want it for the exact reason we want to give it to them.
Okay, yeah, that is an unlikely amount of. You know what? We'll show it to them if they start pushing our narrative. They don't even have to push the whole narrative if they can just release information that supports our account.
I'm enjoying this. This is good politics shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they just want to conduct the investigation at this point, but
Yeah, sure, and they can. Yeah. All they have to do is publish the truth, which is when they examine this thing. So yeah, sources in the Chinese enclave revealed that when the robotic assassin corpse was examined, it bore similarities in technology and build to the now iconic Garys that make up a large portion of the United States Armed Forces.
I don't
There
think
you
they're
go. I
going
just wrote
to.
their statement for 'em.
I don't think they're going to agree to publish our statement prior to seeing the evidence.
No, no, I
But
know. I'm
but
just saying that all they have to do when they examine it and confirm that it's U.S. is publish that afterwards.
Or
we,
else.
we will press them to do a good job.
Yes.
Sounds
Abby's
good
not
to me.
helping.
Your shirt's raising a lot of questions that your shirt ought to have answered already. That meme.
I am curious what Abby's up to though.
Abby, I was gonna actually say this for where she was gonna going last night. I was hoping I could invoke my serendipity to be going through the toilets and or the sewer system and end up shooting out of a toilet with a old shop that has a really weird claw machine and some strange mirrors in the basement.
Yeah, you were to. You were to. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'll allow it. Thingamajig? Is it still called Thingamajig? I didn't call it that on here. Is it called Trent
Thingamabob?
something?
I'm
Oh,
pretty
I
sure
got
it was
20.
by the old school or by the college we used to go to, like over here somewhere.
Yeah, I was sure I had it saved on here. I thought I'd already been looking at it, but I might have not dragged it across to this game
But
yet.
yes, that's
Never
where I
mind.
end up, and she's just been wandering around there entertaining herself.
Playing the claw machine occasionally, I bet. Or trying
Yep,
to. It's the thing's
trying
busted
to.
as all heck. Like it, you think it wants you to insert your hand, but nothing happens when you put your hand in.
It wants blood.
Oh, well, she puts her. She becomes a claw machine at that point. Her hand goes in the like little thing and
Oh
like up,
yeah.
and she's doing it, and she's even dropping it, like as right before it gets to the thing, and she's like, "Darn it, stay rigged."
Yeah, I'm sure you entertain yourself for like a good 4 hours playing that game.
I mean, she is chummy, so she'd rather have someone with her, but she is entertaining herself.
Cool. And yeah, Thingamajig is like exactly there. Right.
Oh, and
Kind.
she's watching the TV because she's
Mhm.
every time she pops up, she goes, "That's me! That's me again!"
Nice.
But yeah, nothing important. These guys are doing the important stuff.
And if there's nothing about Kadeem, then he's not particularly worried at the moment. Especially because I'm sure there's some sort of a LLC or some sort of incorporation that is actually the lease owner.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't think you've officially claimed asylum or anything either, have you?
No, no, I'm sure I just am paid up with the right people.
Yeah, and you've not actually chosen any district officially yet either, I don't think.
I am on sort of that northeast corner. Um, it's where the three districts meet, but I don't think I really chose which one would be sort of his quote unquote home.
Okay. Yeah. Not much heat as of yet on you. Piotr, where have you gone? Where are you right now?
Uh, Not sure what he would be recovering, or how much would he need to recover.
You're feeling alright by morning.
Okay. Mm,
In fact, Lily will offer to get you out of there. Lily's like, this is my like last big favor because holy shit, Surf want you to go in to talk to him, and you probably shouldn't do that because I think we're gonna have to lock you up, Piotr.
he does not. He's both not sure what to do, and will just take that offer because he has no idea where to go. And two, since he lost his scarf and everything he has done harmed the group so bad, he's feeling incredibly guilty and depressed.
Mm-hmm. She'll take you to that base. Sigurd's underground base, which will get moved and stuff. Probably the safest place for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll take you there as well, Sigrid. Hannah can leave by the front door if she likes.
Okay.
Hannah looks pretty pissed, honestly. She's like, I was just getting used to being outside of that thing. And then she's like, you know what, actually, I'm gonna get a fucking hotel room, because the festival starts in like 2 weeks. And there's still a shit ton of work to be done.
You should get hotel room. You should stay away from this.
I'll... Uh, uh, she's just
I'm
like
sorry.
groaning. She's
I'm
like, no, yeah,
I'm
baby,
sorry.
it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. But let me know when the base is in the new place, and then come get me. I'll come visit.
I love you.
Love you, obviously. And then she'll like, pick you up, because she's what, 4 feet taller than you or some shit.
Yeah.
Hold you against the wall like that meme.
Okay.
Get down to some PDA, extreme
All
tonguing.
right. All right. I miss you so much. It won't be years this time, I promise.
Fen just whimpers, stands up.
You know what? This kind of hurts. Fen, protect Hannah.
It gives you a look. And yeah, there's like that, I don't know, eagle noise.
Oh.
And then he just does a slow dog nod. He'll stand up against you, push his nose against you, lick your nose briefly.
Oh yeah, no, Sigrid. The PDA doesn't end with Hannah.
Lock tongues with Fen briefly.
Okay, maybe not that far, but like,
Yeah.
oh, I will miss you. Protect Hannah.
Mhm.
Protect Hannah. I'm fine. Protect Hannah.
Cool. Very cool scene. I think we're reaching a pretty decent stopping point.
Mhm.
And then maybe look at a couple of weeks break. Well, not break, time skip. Head into
Works for me.
March. Yeah.
I did have one question.
Oh, go on, Sneckers.
Where are we going to hide Sneckers? He's not very subtle.
The base
Oh,
is your main option.
Oh.
Thingamajigs! Thingamajigs!
Thingamajigs is another option.
I feel like the base is probably a better option.
Generally. But Thingamajig...
Whatever option keeps me furthest away from Abby.
Oh.
So not thingamajigs.
Base for
I
now.
mean, Abby is going to show up at the base eventually, probably.
Probably.
Actually, she's wandering. She's checking everything out in this place, including them mirrors.
Those are not linked anymore, I don't think.
Oh.
But they are nice mirrors. And it's really weird how they were hidden down here.
One is still linked, but it just goes to that nowhere void dimension.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like a mirror, it's just a sheet of glass with a black background.
But then when I blink, I go into this weird between place.
She will actually start ordering a ton of a kit car thing.
Oh,
to ship
yeah.
Here.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And she'll keep saying that way because she's actually a really good auto mechanic.
Yeah, she is.
the idea that she assembles a car inside the building, and then doesn't
I
have
mean,
a way
there's
to get it out.
probably a dock somewhere, but yeah.
No, you just have to disassemble the entire thing the following week and then reassemble it somewhere where you can get it out without knocking down a wall.
Either option is funny.
Cheapest would, most labor effective would be to probably take the front window out.
Or just drive through the front window.
That's
Apply a chainsaw to something.
these are all likely options.
You can either take it out or you can take it out.
13 days of construction, you want to say?
You could make a nice car in that time, yeah. Probably more like a... Oh no, right, I see, because you rolled a 13, lol. For a kit car, I don't know, yeah, I'd just eyeball it, but probably a couple of weeks if you're working just about all day every day to keep your sanity.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She will be calling people to come visit her, because otherwise she's going to go nuts.
No, I'm sorry, Abby. It's too dangerous right now. Also, please don't call me again. I'll let you know when it's safe.
Brutal.
I'm too busy hiding in my secret spot.
No Abby's allowed. Sorry.
But you let Abby M in.
No, but no Abbeys. We're allowed to have one.
Oh.
There can be only one.
Highlander
Well,
shows up.
if you guys don't let her invite yourselves over or show her, she's going to be going out in public.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe we have to take turns on Abby watch.
Babysit Abby.
Oh,
I will
I'm-
eat her.
I'm too wanted.
We'd enjoy that.
no, Kadeem will fall on that sword. He will keep her entertained as often as he can.
Play your Nintendo GameCube. Sorry, your Funtendo Game Sphere. No, your Funtendo.
Teach her how to dance.
I know how to dance.
I know how to dance, bitch.
Teach her how to dance properly.
Let's see how you dance properly. Abby does like
Okay,
this
yeah, I don't actually have. I have a skill. So.
amazing break
Abby
dance.
does the Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, actually it'd be the Charleston and then a bunch of other 40s dancers and then
No, we'd start at the Charleston, but then like we'd have to cycle through to the hustle, and yeah. we gotta cycle through all the
Electric slide,
decades
all
of dancing that she missed.
Sneckers feels the urge to
It's
dance
electric.
somewhere.
Boogie woogie 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 woogie.
Sneckers must be feeling better because he's dancing again.
I'm dancing
felt-
the worm.
I felt kind of old recently when somebody was like, "Yeah, it's electric," and I immediately went boogie woogie 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 woogie.
Nice.
Everybody
and
was
they
like,
didn't get it.
"What?"
I don't think I know that one, but my selection of music knowledge is weirdly limited and specific.
I think it might be more of an American thing too, because
It's definitely an
Possibly.
American thing.
I had
I
a
think
gym
I only
teacher that
recognize
would
it
make
via
line dance.
memes. I
Well,
don't know
I
what
had a
the
gym
origin of that
teacher
is.
that
I've
would
just
put
heard of it via
line
memes.
dance when it was raining outside.
Topical
Oh,
mention
we had a whole. Okay.
to
Speaking of
digest.
line dancing, an
Anyhow,
entire quarter of PE for my school in middle school was fucking line dancing. Or square dancing, rather.
oh,
That's
shit.
much
Whole
worse.
quarter.
Ugh. Ugh, cringe. Big cringe. Like,
I mean, been
Back
there,
on
but
pseudo track. Kadeem, it's not that bad. We're building cars and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I mean he enjoys Abby's company immensely. He also just runs out of Abby battery very quickly.
I had a friend like that, yeah. I think we all have.
Of course.
I think Sigrid blames Abby and does not want to see her right now.
Kickstart
Understandable.
will show up and start moving. She's like, if you want it here, it's going to take me at least a couple of weeks to do this, working every day. And I've got appearances to make, so I'm going to say this will take me a month to finish.
You take your time. We've got time.
And during that time, access will be limited.
That's where Abby should be.
No, I'll stay.
Tuani's like, I am left in 6 months. What does the sun look like?
Well,
Is it still
20,
there?
it doesn't matter. You need to stay down here so we can lay cable and do other work. Keep this
Yeah,
place
Yeah.
functioning.
yeah, this is going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Like this is
I'm
a
gonna.
project. I think this is like what Sigurd's up to for the next like month.
Mhm. All sorts of complex shit involved, I'm sure. Ooh, she does get a bit excited because she reckons with your proximity to the research center, you might be able to steal even more power. More power.
More power and more bandwidth.
Mhm.
We'll actually be able to communicate with the outside world without
Oh,
going through like 40 different channels.
absolutely. Yeah, that will be an upside to the whole thing. Also, Batcave style entrance for shuttles is an option now.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Need to make a waterfall so we can fly through it.
Oh yes, waterfall. Waterfall.
Everyone on the island's wondering where the waterfall came from.
That's a nice waterfall.
Oh my god, I can see Kickstart just doing that as like, you know what? I
I,
think we need to beautify
just like I made
a
this
little
mountain
bit.
when I was 14, and and I've been looking at it since, and just yeah, it's always needed this waterfall.
They just make a dozen waterfalls all over the island, so it's not obvious which one is the important one.
Actually, yeah, Kickstart may just go on a waterfall making spree.
Pull up some springs.
That was his waterfall phase. Or their waterfall phase.
Oh, also, Kadeem, check out this black void I found. Check out this
No.
black void I found.
Whatever that thing is,
Drops the mirror on
stay
you.
the hell away from it.
Play, play, play. Win, win, win. Die, die, die. A claw machine blinks behind you as you hear her from downstairs.
Oh, Kadeem will play the claw machine.
First, it takes a quarter.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah? What do I roll? I don't remember.
I don't think you need to roll anything for the first one. You just need one Nova.
Then it takes your soul.
I
No,
like
I
the
think
idea,
that's like the fifth or sixth.
but it does take a Nova, and we don't use those anymore, so it's harder to find.
It is
There's
harder
probably
to
some in
find.
the register.
There are some in the register. Abby's already had a few out and been playing with them, folding them to make the animals look like they're fucking each other and stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. Gee hated that thing. Kadeem has no qualms yet.
Yeah, I really can't remember the general operation of it. Roll 3d6, please. You win.
Okay.
You win something. Like the exact thing you go for. It's a bunch of capsules in there. Only an 8, a 2, a 4, and a 2, though. That's quite interesting. Yeah, you pop it open. It's a little homeboy figurine,
Oh, great.
and he's got like a backwards cap on. He's got a shirt with just the top button done up, and it's tucked in at the front but open at the back. And he's wearing like baggy cargo shorts and some sick trainers. Yeah, homeboy figurine made out of cheap plastic.
Yeah, okay. Well, he'll put it in his pocket.
Play
Pleased with
again.
himself for being. You know what? Yeah, if he got it on his first try,
Mhm.
and there's no hint of sinister to this yet, yeah, he'll try again.
So like you put the Nova in, but it spits it straight back out, and then it's got a little screen on it that flashes, and it seems to show a graphic of a hand being inserted into a slot underneath it.
And the corresponding slot is there, I'm sure.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, yeah, okay, he
You're
will
not sure
absolutely
it
take
was there a moment ago, but you weren't paying that much attention. Hand going.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel a prick. It hurts. You yank your hand out. You know, it's made a little cut on you.
That's concerning. Now danger bells are going off, but maybe it was an accident.
It
So we'll
powers
play
up.
again.
You win.
But it
And
didn't take the Nova.
it wouldn't take the Nova, but it's running now when it's taken blood. And it does say level 2 as it's flashing, telling you that you can move forward.
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up because that'll be something real good. We'll end with you like dropping that capsule and opening it. I think it's a good ending point. And
Also,
I'll
Luke,
remember
the Black Void Mirror is going in her cleavage.
put in a black void mirror in your cleavage. Noted.
Yep.
Chaos. Chaotic. I'd be upset at you bringing him to Thingamajig, but no, I want chaos. Anyone else?
Ew.
No? I think we should call it.
No.
Yeah, it's a good closing time.
Closing time.
It sounds like there's going to be like a couple weeks to a month between now and next game, so
Yeah,
should be good.
couple of weeks to a month sounds good to me. We had Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I played Kadeem, and I don't know. For those of you that don't know, this claw machine is horrible.
Yeah, it's cursed Tefuk. Lucius has actually been inside it. If you want to know more about the claw machine, you should talk to Lucius. We had CD very briefly. Sorry, CD.
Nah, that's fine. Sorry, I was making sure I wasn't muted.
Mhm.
Hey, CD, I was playing Snickers. I was injured pretty severely. I get it.
Yeah, you were blasted Tefuk, and Sigrid can only heal mammals. Mammal supremacy. We had Everoth the mammal. Might be muted.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hello, I was Ever the Mammal.
Good enough. You played multiple mammals today. We had Kyle.
Hey, I am Kyle. I played Sigrid, and I'm sorry, I can only heal mammals.
Mammals only. Mammal
It's-
supremacy.
I
Get out
didn't
of
think
here,
I'd have to deal with a
reptiles.
snake.
We had Abby. Is Abby a mammal? I don't think she is.
No, she's not a mammal.
It's Tara.
Sigrid can't heal her either. Like, but she doesn't need it. But anyway, I'm Tara, and I play Abby Nomali, the bomb queen.
Bomb queen. Oh god, that's what the message boards are calling you. And we had Lee.
Hey, I'm Lee. I play Violet, and yeah, Violet exists because sometimes we can't go out in public.
Yeah. Mhm. You need Violet so that someone can go out in public.
No, more Violet exists because sometimes people get bad reputations and better Violet than others.
Gotcha. Uh-huh. Nod. Well, we'll actually be back tomorrow earlier than usual for some clowny goodness. In 1989, some bad shit goes down at a theme park, and there's a heck ton of creepy clowns involved. We'll leave it at that. You'll see that tomorrow.
Sounds amazing.
On Sunday, there's going to be some ghosts getting busted. Right?
Yep.
Da-da-da-da, right? Nice.
Yep.
Da-da-da, nice.
Go ahead and sing it. They've already been sued over it.
Or is it like public domain now or some shit?
No, I don't know.
Because you just can't help yourself. And then Spelljammer on
Bustin'
Monday.
makes you feel good.
Spelljammer on Monday.
Spelljammer on Monday.
Spelljammer on
Uh-huh.
Monday. It's a busy weekend for us. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.